Hey everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to King Spade channel. So we are halfway through the ROM Classic closed beta test CBT. As of now, the CBT has about 2 weeks to go before the server is closed and waiting for the open beta test OBT, or essentially the official release of the game. And for that, we have a little info about when the OBT will be released. The game had recently posted a Q&A infographic and answered some frequently asked questions raised by the players regarding the way forward of the game into the official release. So let's look at the first question. When will ROM Classic officially launch? So the game aimed to officially launch in the first quarter of 2025. That could mean between January to March. As you know, the CBT closed beta test will end on 14th of January. So right after that, the game will fix the bugs that encountered and reported by the players. Depending on the severity of the bugs, the game team may need more time to fix it. If the bugs are minor problem like text misspell, for example, that can be rectified almost immediately. But if there are glitch in the game or imbalanced power spike between the job class, then it can take longer to fix. But so far, I did find and reported some bugs in the game, but mostly just typo on the text. So I don't see a major problem for the game on my part. The ROM Classic is also modeled from the ROM Eternal Love gameplay, and seeing that ROM Eternal Love had been running for over 6 years now, it is safe to say that the game is already stable and there should not be much things to alter. For future notification on the official release, the game urged the players to pre-register the game on the App Store and Google Play Store, and also follows the social media like Facebook or the official Discord channel to receive notification and updates regarding the release date. I'll put the link at the video description and pinned comment below. Next, can there be more closed beta test slots for iOS user? Sadly, the Apple's test flight limits the number of testers up to only 10,000 per game, and this applies to all games in the App Store for CBT, not just ROM Classic. So this is out of the game control. They are bound to the App Store regulation. They can't do anything about it. But fortunately, the game in the middle of the CBT had released the PC client for ROM Classic. So for those who want to play the game for this CBT period but hasn't able to download it from the App Store because it has reached its maximum download limit, or for some reason didn't receive the pre-register verification or notification to download the game in Google Play Store, you can then download the PC client and play it on PC. I'll put the download link down below as well. Next, to increase the character limit for names, guild names, and guild position. Well, the game is considering about this. The reason why they limit on the naming part, as stated here, they don't want the names to get so long that it obstructs the visual of the game, hindering the gameplay and so on. Personally, I don't really mind. I do like to use some symbol in the game, like maybe for guild name like that, but so far the game didn't allow symbol to be used in the naming part. It does limit the character naming, as you won't be able to get your desired character name with just alphabets. But then again, using symbol in your character name will make it harder for other players to find you on the search bar to add you as friend, for example. Let's move on to the next one. To reschedule the time for ROM Classic event like War of Empyrean WOE, War of Crystals WOC, Cat Invasion, and 6v6. Most of these are the PvP aspect of the game, with Cat Invasion is a community event that happens every Wednesday. Correct me if I'm wrong. Since ROM Classic gameplay is essentially adopted from the ROM Eternal Love, it has the same feature, same playstyle, and same event in the game, and so the schedule for those events is also the same, and that overlaps with the ROM Eternal Love. So I reckon the players asking this are those who come from ROM Eternal Love. Since the release of the Zenny-only server in the China server in March, the hype for ROM Eternal Love players, especially in the SAS server, are wild. A lot of players want to try it too, but at the same time, another group of players actually raised concern. If this is implemented in the SAS server, it may take away a good chunk of the community away MVP from ROM Eternal Love. Well, I was actually surprised that ROM Classic did plan for SAA release with this CBT, because I thought the ROM Eternal Love players, some of them are against it. Well, that's another video of another story. But yeah, the game are already thinking about the schedule and already sending out surveys to collect players' opinion on this matter. As for me, if you had been following me from ROX, Ragnarok X Next Generation, you know that I'm not that into PvP, so I am neutral on this. Next, to reduce respawn time for MVP and mini bosses and make kills weekly instead of daily. Alright, so right now the MVP and mini boss kill rewards are limited per day. You can only get 5 MVP rewards and 10 mini boss rewards every day. After you use up all of your attempt for that day, you will not get any MVP or mini drop anymore. This is actually good to limit or prevent overfarm on the MVP item drop or cards or materials. But with this question, it sounds like the MVP and mini attempts is still too much, so players are asking for weekly attempts instead. That is a little obnoxious, and the game team actually feel the same way too. They won't be switching the MVP and mini reward mechanic for now. What a better thing to do instead, in my opinion, is to lower the MVP and mini kill attempts from 5 MVP and 10 mini kill reward to 3 MVP and 3 mini kill reward, just like in ROX. And to make it even more difficult, only the top 10 highest DPS team will have a chance to get the MVP or mini item drop. I wouldn't suggest that, because it does raise other issues, such as only the well can get the drop item. But that is what ROX been doing, and it worked fine in long term. Next, more ways to obtain rare ingredients. Alright, I suppose this is for the cooking dish part or materials for crafting. Now, I don't think this will be an issue as you play longer or after you have a decent equipment and good progress on your character, and the game think the same too. At lower level, you will have a hard time completing the Wild Fantasy Fable instance and also the Oracle dungeon to get all these rare materials, but over time you will find that it will be easy to do, and it is as easy as just one click. The problem is, when you make the rare material and even easy drop item to get, players will be selling a lot of them at the exchange market, and that will massively drop the Zenny cost, and players will have an even hard time earning Zenny, and before you know it, the exchange center become dead. You can't even earn Zenny from the item that you get because no one are buying it, and that's what happened in ROX as we speak. It's either very expensive or the amount just overflowed the market. And the last one, to slow down the future events. I do agree on this. I want to play the game on my own pace. One thing that I was surprised and thinking of rushing it is the cat invasion event, but ended up not doing it entirely because I was just not ready time-wise. I hardly can do any event at night. So yeah, the game also acknowledged this and strive to have a more relaxed and stress-free events in the future. But also, why the game need to push out update so often? Because of the nature of this game too. One of it is because of the fast leveling pace this game has. Players can farm on way higher level monsters and gaining a lot of EXP, increasing their level faster than other games. The CBT is only 2 to 3 weeks old, and players mostly are already over level 95 and had changed to the 3rd job. So the game has to put out content for the players as frequent as possible, so that players has something to anticipate too, has something to do in the game other than just grinding. So in a way, having a lot of things to do in ROM Classic is actually good for the game ecosystem. Otherwise, players will just stuck at level 90 and has nothing to do, on which at around that level, players started to feel the slow, long grind. It became harder to increase level at that point. Alright, what do you think of the game response to these questions? Let me know your thought at a comment below. That's it for this video. This time video shoutout goes to Thank you for always supporting me and this channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video. And as always, happy playing. Bye bye.